Alright, so let's start. Okay, so once again, um, this is Gurography. It's a free lit review hub. Alright, so yes, I am Miss Karen Faye. Yan na yan. Okay, wala na tayong magagawa niyan. And this is professional education. Sarap magkwento from the beginning of... kumusta Shadow Ranger? LPT na po? Happy for you. Happy for you. Okay, so this is a free lit review hub. Yan. So, although pwede kayo mag-Macboard, okay? Daily Macboard sa NetB. Okay? So, marami din akong recorded videos. Meron akong 40 recorded videos sa Nyoy Chob. Yan. Marami doon, mga lumabas nung SPLE namin and then ngayong September 2025. So, pwede nyo pang ihabol yung mga November takers. Marami doon. So, pwede kasing ma-recycle yung mga yun kasi ngayong year yon. Alright? Okay. So, yung mga naman, mga social science major, pwede kayong mag-enroll sa akin for just 249. So, nag-start na kami pero andun naman lahat, recorded, everything, mga PDF, andun. So, hindi kayo marami lang kayong hahabulin pero hindi naman Alright? Sa social science major, i-message nyo lang po ako. Pag Prof. Ed and Gen Ed, just join our punta lang kayo sa NYEPB, okay? Mag-join lang kayo sa ating page, Gurography. Yon. So makikita nyo yung mga Macboards doon, ganon. And then mag-subscribe kayo sa Ngoy Chob. Okay? Andun yung mga videos. Libre naman lahat yon. Okay. Yan. Okay, so professional education tayo, okay? Right, so message nyo lang ako pag kung ano yung kung kailangan nyo, kung ano yung gusto nyong tanungin. Okay, dito. All right. So pero ito kasi Gen Ed tong question na to, which is late ko kasing naalala tapos tinanong ko dun sa study buddy ko na nag-take nung March 2020 September 2024 ganito daw nga yung although hindi yung mismong ito yung tanong, pero ganito yung gist ng tanong. So, ihahabol ko lang kasi baka lumabas ngayong November, okay? Alright, okay? Alright, so ito, which legal code served as the primary model for the Spanish Código Civil, influencing the development of the Philippine Civil Code, okay? A. Roman 12 tables, B. French Civil Code, C. German Civil Code, and D. Swiss Civil Code. Okay, so ang letter niya lang lagay nyo. Naka-upload po. Yes po, lahat naman po naka-upload. Everything is uploaded except lang yung yung sa social science major yung free lang, yung part lang, 'di ba? Ang free ko 10 to 15 questions. Yun ang free ko. O yan. Ano yung sagot nyo dyan? Letter B, si Sir Hennessy. So, sabihin na naman ni Sir Hennessy, sure ko na yan. Okay. Alright. I-message nyo po ako, Ma'am Jayan. And then after our live, i-reply kita. I will message you back. Okay? Alright? At bakit walang sumasagot? Nalala ko yung walang sumasagot tapos bilang sabi na, hindi kasi namin alam, coach. Alright, okay. So, okay, hindi kayo sumagot ha. Okay, so i-reveal ko na yung answer dito, okay? Yan, so lumabas ito. Sabi ko na nga ba. Okay, so lumabas ito nung September 2024. Okay, so naalala ko lang kasi nung isang araw, yon na pinag-uusapan kasi marami akong naging study buddy, di ba? Because nag-review ako ng 10 months, yon. So ito. So ang answer po niya okay. So ang answer niyan is French Civil Code. Okay, pero ang lumabas talaga sa option daw is Napoleonic Code. Okay? So, Napoleonic Code, kung ang pinagbasehan ng Spanish Código Civil. Okay? Which is pinagbasehan din natin sa Philippine Civil Code natin. Alright. Okay, let's go na to sure na to. Okay, Prof. Ed na to. Number 1, which of the following should teacher Jessica use if she wishes to answer the question? What do the scores tell me about what students have learned? Okay, A, test, B, evaluation, C, assessment, and D, measurement. Yan, okay. Manghula lang kayo. Okay lang yun. Manghula is fine. Okay? Manghula is fine. Wala namang masama. Kahit naman nung una akong nagre-review, hindi ko rin naman alam. Okay? Pero sumasagot pa rin ako. Yon, ganun kakapal yung mukha ko. Pakilagay niyo pa yung number, please. Pakilagay yung number kasi pag hindi nyo lagay yung number, ma-RR tayo kasi magmumukha kayong bot. Yan. Okay, very good. Paki-share na rin yung ating live. Okay, very good. Okay, yan. So, sinundan nyo ba si Sir Hennessy? Okay. Alright. Ay, bakit ko naman? Okay. Yes, so ang answer niyan is assessment. Okay, tama kayo. Hindi ko na na-excite ako masyadong mag-explain. Yes. So, assessment. Okay, so explain natin ng ganyan kasi ito kasi yung tinanong yung isang kilala ko kung ano yung sagot ko. Kasi ang sagot daw ng iba is measurement. Okay? So ako naman, this is assessment. Alright. So ito, yung measurement kasi is just pure putting numbers. Okay? Naglalagay ka lang. Yung score niya, yun lang yun. Okay? Yan. Yung assessment naman is ginajudge mo din. Nagbibigay ka din ng value. Pero ang binibigyan mo ng value is yung learning nila, okay? Like, naintindihan ba nila? Yung gano'n, magaling ba sila sa ganyan? For example, uy, nakakuha 'to ng 95. O ibig sabihin, magaling 'to, parang gano'n. So, kasama sa assessment siyempre yung pagbibigay ng assessment, 'di ba? Like assessment, using assessment tools, nagpapa-quiz ka, ganyan. So, ina-acquire mo yung information and then you have to interpret it. Okay? Yan. And then yung evaluation naman, nagbibigay ka din ng value, okay? Gina-judge mo din, parang assessment. Pero ang gina-judge mo doon is hindi yung learning nila, kundi yung curriculum mismo. Okay, ito bang curriculum na 'to effective? Parang gano'n. Papalitan ba natin? Parang mga gano'n. Okay, ito bang reading program is ito pa, example question, did the new reading program improve students' overall comprehension skills? Mga gano'n, 'di ba? And that is why, kung balikan niyo 'tong tanong, what do the scores tell me about what students have learned? Okay, so itong automatic na wala na yan yung measurement kasi what do the scores tell me? So it's evaluation na. Pero ano ba yung ini-evaluate nila dito? Yung curriculum ba or yung learning ng student? Yan, learning ng student or curriculum. Of course, it is learning ng student. So what I have, as I have said, pag learning ng student, assessment. Pag yung curriculum ang ini-evaluate, evaluation. Okay? Yan. So, let's practice. Okay, so 1A tayo. Okay, tingnan para makita natin yung difference. Okay, so marami-rami to hanggang 1E. After checking a performance task, the teacher assigns each student a score based on a rubric. Okay, 18/20, 15/20, 10/20. What process occurred? A, evaluation, B, assessment, C, measurement, and D, nakikita nyo na ba ng ayos? Yan. And D, intervention. Yan. Ilagay nyo po 1A. Okay? 1A. 1A. Lagay nyo po yung number, please. Kasi maano tayo, RR tayo. Okay, 1A pa lang tayo ha. 1A. 1A. Okay, ang gagaling nyo. Yes. Of course, 'di ba? Kasi nagbibigay lang tayo ng value, quantifying. Yun lang ang gustong sabihin ng measurement. You give measure. Okay, yan. So very good. Measurement. Okay, number 1B. 1B tayo. Based on quarterly test results, dropout rates, attendance records, and teacher feedback, the superintendent decides whether the school improvement plan should continue. Okay, this is an example of A, measurement, B, assessment, C, evaluation, and D, monitoring. Okay, yan. Sabi niya, whether the school improvement plan should continue. Yan. So, may ini-evaluate siya. Pero ano yung ina-evaluate niya? Yung program ba o yung student learning? Okay, very good. Perfect kayo diyan, 'di ba? So ang pag-iisipan niyo na lang dito is yung assessment lang naman at saka evaluation, 'di ba? Pag nag-iisip-isip, pinag-iisipan na 'yan, 'di ba? Pero dito ano yung program yung ina-assess. So, evaluation siya, 'di ba? 'Yan. Okay, very good. 1C. In PE class, each student's running speed is recorded in seconds and written on the class chart. What classroom activity is this? A, evaluation, B, assessment, C, measurement, and D, instruction. Yan. Di pa kayo naduduling dyan. Hmm. Running speed is recorded in seconds. Recorded in seconds. Sabi niya. Okay, so let's see. Ano ba yan? Ano ba yan? Of course, it's measurement. Yes, measurement. Kasi di ba quantify mo in seconds nga lang. Di ba? Natawa si Sir ano. Okay? Measurement to. Measurement to. Kasi quantify niya. Okay? Putting score. Yes, very good. It's putting score. Okay, so it is still measurement. Okay, now 1D. Before starting a unit on fractions, the teacher asks students to solve 3 sample problems to determine what they already know. Okay, A, evaluation, B, assessment, C, measurement, D, grading. Mm. The teacher asks students to solve 3 sample problems. Ang perfect nyo. Okay, very good. Yes, still assessment, 'di ba? Kasi gumamit siya ng assessment tool, 'di ba? Siguro quiz 'yan. 'Di ba? Nagpa-quiz si teacher. 'Yan. Yan, very good. Perfect kayo diyan. Parang kuhang-kuha nyo na 'yan. Wala na sigurong malilito diyan, no? Kasi dati dito nagkakalituan. Okay, the last one. 1E. Very good. Nakikita ko pa rin yung sagot ng iba. Very good. Okay, so hindi na ako masyado mabilis. After reviewing students' portfolio work for the semester, the teacher decides that project-based learning should continue because it improves creativity and engagement. What process supports this decision? A, measurement, B, assessment, C, evaluation, and D, reporting. Yan. Sabi niya, ay, itong project pics, titignan ko nga, I think magko-continue dapat to. Kasi maganda naman to eh. Yan. Effective. Ganun. Effective ang ano, effective. Ganon. Okay. Mm-mm. Okay, very good. Perfect kayo dyan. Yes. So, tinitingnan pa rin niya yung curriculum, the program, the plan. Yun pa rin ang evaluation. Okay. Pakitap-tap, heart naman tapos i-share niyo yung live natin. Yan, dumadami na tayo. Okay? Hindi na kasi tayo na RR. Alright, number 2. Okay, lumabas na to nung September 2025. Ngayong September, lumabas daw to. Naalala ng aking study buddy. Which of the following is not a characteristic of existentialism as a philosophy of education? A, learning is student-centered. B, learning is self-paced. C, learning is self-directed. And D, learning is focused on the individual. Okay? Yan. So, lumabas daw to ngayong September 2025. Yan. Ay, sorry. Number 2. Ayan, ganyan natin. Okay? Okay? Alright. Number 2. Number 2. Ang tigas naman. 2. Ayan. Number 2. Sure. Ayan. Anong sagot nyo dyan? Paki Sir Efren lang ang may sagot. Ayan, si Sir J. Yan. May nag-A, may nag-C. May nag-A. May nag-A. Is not. Na, aba. Aba, aba, aba. Aba. Okay, is not. Okay, all right. So, ano nga ba? Okay, so let's reveal the answer. Okay, the answer is Charan, learning is self-paced. Okay, sa akin, this is self-paced. Okay? Okay, kasi ano ba yung sa existentialism? Okay, yung existentialism, 'di ba, is freedom, okay? Ah, choice, 'di ba? Ah, ano ba ba? Freedom, choice, responsibility, 'di ba? Yang kasing learning is student-centered. Hindi ang learning is student-centered, general yan, common, okay? Pwede yan sa progressivism, pwede yan sa constructivism, okay? It's not only for progressivism, di ba? Tingnan nyo, ano nga ba pag existentialism, pag binibigyan mo yung choice, yung estudyante, is it student-centered or teacher-centered? still student centered, so tama naman siya. Okay. Self-directed, tama naman siya, self-directed, yung letter C. Kasi 'di ba may choice nga siya. Yan. Letter D, learning is focused on the individual. Yes, dun sa student, right? Ang self-paced, yun ang mas sa progressivism yung self-paced. Walang kinalaman, 'di ba? Walang kinalaman sa choice. Walang kinalaman sa yung self-paced. Alright? Yan. Okay. Number three, which holds true to standardized tests? Okay, A, they are used for comparative purposes. B, they are administered differently. C, they are scored according to different standards. And D, they are used for assigning grades. Okay. Yan. Mhm. Standardized test, NSAT, IPSA, yung mga ganon. Yun yung mga standardized test. Okay? Hmm. 'Di ba? Bakit ba tayo nag-iipsa? Bakit nag-e-NSAT? Ano ba ngayon ang meron? Wala na yung NEET, wala na. Yan. Okay, very good. Yes, so may naka-realize. So niya, ay sorry, sabi niya. Okay, so of course the answer there is letter A. Yes, letter A po tayo. They are used for comparative purposes. 'Di ba yung IPSA is ginagawa sa iba't ibang countries, 'di ba yung IPSA? And 'di ba nga very low tayo diyan. Yan, kasi pinagko-compare yung halimbawa sa yung IPSA natin dito sa IPSA doon sa Amerika, IPSA sa ibang countries, 'di ba? Yan ang ginagamit talaga for yung standardized test, 'di ba? Even yung NSAT, 'di ba? Ginagamit 'yan to compare yung learning ng isang school na 'to sa school na 'to dito sa Pilipinas, 'di ba? 'Yan. They are administered, yung sumagot sa letter B, they are administered differently. Hindi, standardized test po nga siya, standard, ibig sabihin iisa lang siya, okay? They are scored according to different standards. Mali din yung C. Kasi standardized nga, di binaliktad niya, 'di ba? Kinontra niya 'yon, 'di ba? Ayan. And then letter D, they are used for assigning grades. Usually ang ginagamit sa assigning grades is yung formative, 'di ba, yung mga quizzes, yun yung mga yon, 'di ba, yung mga test. Yan. Pag sa standardized test, comparative purposes. Okay, kaya nga 'di ba sinasabi nila na na ang baba daw natin sa IPSA, 'di ba? Yan, kasi standardized test siya. At tapos lumalaban ang Pilipinas na papaano yung IPSA is for parang American American something something. So it is not reliable for us. Parang yon. Pero wala tayong magagawa kasi standardized test yon. Pare-parehas lang. Okay, very good. Number four, a student consistently performs well on quizzes but scores low during group tasks. Okay, according to Gardner's theory of multiple intelligence, which type of intelligence may be least developed? Okay, A, interpersonal, B, logical, mathematical, C, intrapersonal, and D, bodily kinesthetic. Yan, feeling ko naman wala nang magkakamali dito. Feeling ko, wala na magkakamali. Mhm. Yeah, so inaantay ko lang konti ha, yung mga kasi nagrarasyo ako, may sumasagot pa pala. Yan. Okay, alright. Okay, very good. Yes, so perfect naman kayo dyan. Okay, very good. Yes, yes, yes. Good job. Okay, so puro kayo A. Okay, tama naman kayo diyan, 'di ba? Kasi sabi niya during group task, 'di ba? Ibig sabihin, wala siya sigurong masyadong pakikisama or ayun, hindi siya sociable, yung mga ganun. Kaya tama naman kayo diyan. Alright, alam naman natin yung intrapersonal. 'Di ba? Intrapersonal is within, 'di ba? How you regulate your emotions. Siyempre logical, mathematical, alam na natin related to math. Yan, 'di ba? And bodily kinesthetic yung ating movement. All right? Very good. Okay, number five. It is based on the simple premise, ito nagkakagulo din dati na nagre-review ako, that every individual only has the power to control themselves. Hindi, iba pala. Mayroon pa next to. And has limited power to control others. Okay? A. Skinner's behaviorism. B. Glasser's choice theory. D. Cantor's assertive discipline. And D. Thorndike conditioning. Yan. Yan. Actually, gawa-gawa ko lang yung question na to. Ang nakita ko talaga na question is yung mamaya, yung bonus question. Para lang maintindihan natin. Okay? Para lang maintindihan natin. It is based on the simple premise that every individual only has the power to control themselves. Kasi discipline. Kasi may nakita kayong discipline sa letter C. Okay. Yan. Pero ano nga ba meaning yung assertive? 'Di ba? Ano nga 'di ba pag assertive ka linalaban mo kung ano yung paninindigan mo, ganun yung assertive. 'Di ba? Pero naiintindihan ko kung bakit discipline nakuha niyo yung kinuha niyo yung C kasi discipline, 'di ba? Control yourself. May discipline na ako. Parang gano'n. Okay? Okay. Yun. B, ha, ha, ha. Okay, so yung ha, ha, ha mo ay tama. Kakauwi pa talaga. Na-review ko, di ko pa na-encounter coach yung iba. It's okay. Ako nga nung bago ako, wala akong na-encounter, di ba? So, okay lang. At saka ito, gawa-gawa ko. Okay? Kasi yung next question, yun talaga yung nahanap kong, sagot. Ay yung tanong. Okay? Pero para, maintindihan nyo. So, okay. So, very, very easy na to, ha? Yan. So, ang sinasabi niya is, ikaw mismo ay kaya mong kontrolin yung sarili mo, okay? Yung iba, hayaan mo kasi you cannot control everything. It's just yourself that you can control. Okay? Ay, okay. Hindi natin alam, 'di ba? Kasi mas marami pa rin yung lumalabas na hindi niyo na-review, promise, okay? Yan, okay. So, ang sagot niyan ay Glasser's choice theory. Okay, yan. Yan. Okay. Ang Skinner's behaviorism, alam natin naman yan, 'di ba? About reinforcement, yan. Yan. Tapos yung Thorndike conditioning, alam natin yung stimulus at saka response din yan, parang Pavlovian, 'di ba? Itong yung Cantor's assertive discipline, ito yung bago. Okay, so explain ko lang, okay? So, ito yung si Cantor's assertive discipline, ito ay mag-asawa ata totong si Lee and Marlene Cantor. Parang pumunta sila sa school and then napansin nila na kulang sa management ang mga teachers. Yan. So, gumawa sila nitong Cantor's assertive discipline. Parang siya plan, okay? How to establish clear rules and positive reinforcement para matulungan yung mga teachers how to manage their classroom, okay? And then, tinuruan din nila na hindi lang teachers dapat, halos sa lahat, hindi halos, lahat ng personnel sa school should help each other para makapag-establish ng clear rules and positive reinforcement. Alright? So, ito yung nahanap ko talagang tanong. Okay? Yan talaga yung tanong na to. Na related, of course, sa Glassers. Okay? Yan. Okay. Alright, so which situation best illustrates Glasser's choice theory? Okay? Naalala niyo yung Glasser's choice theory? Yung sabi niya na ikaw ang makokontrol mo lang ay sarili mo. Okay? Yung iba hindi. Okay. So letter A, the teacher gives reward points to students who finish tasks early to increase desirable behavior. B, the teacher firmly states classroom rules and gives a set of consequence whenever a rule is broken. C, the teacher talks privately with a misbehaving student, help the students reflect on their choices, and guides them to choose a more responsible behavior. And D, the teacher demonstrates the correct behavior so learners can imitate it. Yan. Oh, di ba? Oh, di ba? Oh, ang gagaling nyo. 'Di ba? So, nagets nyo agad yon kasi alam nyo na kung ano yung glassers. Yan, kaya ginaganyan natin yung ating atake sa para yan, okay. Yung sa time ko sa Prof Ed, actually inantok ako, sobrang inantok ako. Pero okay naman siya. Kasi ang mostly sa Prof Ed parang kahit hindi verbatim yung lumalabas, parang pwede mong pagpatsi-patsihin pa rin yung mga naaral mo. Yan. Okay. Kasi mahaba ko dyan. Loko. Hindi. Okay, sa letter C yan. Kasi 'di ba, parang sinasabi niya na, oh, you have to reflect on your choice. Kasi kahit ano yung nangyayari sa ano mo, sa environment mo, hindi mo makokontrol yun. You can only control yourself. So you choose, sabi niya. Guide them to choose. You choose. You want to misbehave or you want to be good, 'di ba? Yun yun. Yun yung sagot niya sa Glassers. Okay? Right. Ito yung ano, yung saan dito yung assertive behavior. Sige nga, saan dito yung assertive theory? Assertive discipline. Saan dito? Is it A, B, and D? Yan. Saan yung assertive? Kung maalala nyo pa. Assertive. O, di ba? Perfect, perfect kayo dyan. Di ba? O, ang gagaling nyo man. Very good. Oh, asan dito yung ano? Asan dito yung Thorndike? Thorndike. Asan dito yung Thorndike? Asan dito yung Thorndike? A or D na lang. A or D na lang yung Thorndike. Skinner pala. Skinner pala, sorry. Sorry, Skinner. Sorry. Skinner pala. Yan, Skinner, yung may rewards and punishment. Okay, very good. Yes. Yes. All right, and of course, yung Thorndike, yung letter D. Okay. Ay, nako. Ang galing-galing nyo naman. Alright, number 6. Ito naman, which stage of play is characterized by random movements, no clear purpose, and no interaction with others, typically seen in infants exploring their surroundings? Okay. A, solitary play. B, onlooker play. Unoccupied play. And D, parallel play. Okay, yan. Ayan, so, lagi ding lumalabas to. Lagi ding lumalabas to. Pero, etong sagot dito is hindi masyadong nadidiscuss. Okay, hindi siya masyadong nadidiscuss. Sabi niya ano lang, random movements, no clear purpose, walang interaction, no clear purpose. Okay, wala siyang clear purpose. Okay, gets ko kung bakit yun yung sagot nyo. Okay, kasi hindi to masyadong na ano ha, hindi masyadong lumalabas. Okay, alright, so let's reveal. Okay, reveal natin. It is unoccupied play. Okay, unoccupied play. Alright, so let's pero naiintindihan ko kung bakit nag-onlooker kaya kasi hindi nababanggit tong unoccupied play, di ba? Alright, okay, pero let's see muna. Okay, I will explain it later. Okay, so ito naman, tong stock knowledge. Okay. Okay, who proposed the 6 stages of play, describing how children's social interactions develop from unoccupied behavior to cooperative group play? Okay, so Mildred Parton or Guy Pearce? Yan. Okay, lagay nyo na lang yung letter. Okay, yes. O, 'di ba? O, 'di ba, Sir Hennessy, hindi nababanggit 'yan, 'di ba? Agad-agad tayo sa onlooker, 'di ba? Yan. Si MP or si GP? Oh, 'di ba? MP or GP? 6 stages of play. Ganyan. All right. Okay. Alright, okay. Paki-share naman yung ating live and tap. Yan, para bumalik ulit tayo sa dati. Of course, ang sagot niyan ay si Mildred Parton. Yan, si Guy Pearce kasi isa siya sa paborito kong actor. Okay, yan. Si Mildred Parton. Okay. Actually, meron siyang apelyido na pero Mildred Parton yung ginagamit niya eh. Siguro kasi ito yung, ang niya is yung Partens, yan. Pero nag-asawa na kasi siya. Okay. Yes, me too. Actually, yes. Ako din. Okay. Dito ko lang din nalaman. Okay, ngayon na nagko-coach ako. Ayan, so let's see. Yan. So part and 6 stages of play. So ito yung unoccupied play niya. Yan, 'di ba? Yan, random movements with no clear purpose of interaction. They are simply observing, moving, and discovering their senses. Yan. Yan, 'di ba? Unoccupied lang, ginaganon-ganon lang nila. All right. So we go to yan, ang pagkakaiba naman sa ano sa onlooker, meron naman silang purpose, 'di ba? Meron silang purpose kaya naintindihan ko kung bakit nag-onlooker kayo. Kasi 'di ba nakatingin lang si ay nag-o-observe sabi niya. Pero may purpose yung onlooker. Yan, yan, tinitignan niya yung naglalaro. 'Di ba? Yan ang onlooker. Ayan. Ayan. So, yan, yan, 'di ba? Yan dito. So hindi siya nakikipaglaro pero tawag doon ino-observe niya. Eh, of course, yung solitary play, mag-isa lang niya, 'di ba? Yan, mag-isa, okay? Ipo-post ko naman tong ano, itong mga ginawa kong mga infographics, ipo-post ko, okay? So, punta kayo dun sa ano, dito ko ipo-post din sa TikTok and sa NYEPB, okay? So, pwede nyo i-download to. Ito, yan, yung parallel play, di ba? Yung naglalaro silang parehas, pero kanya-kanya, okay? Kanya-kanya sila. Alright. Okay, ito naman, associative play, children begin interacting, sharing materials, and talking during play, but they still do not have a common goal. Okay, ganyan. So, naglalaro sila, pero hindi pa rin naman ano? Okay. Pero hindi pa rin naman hindi parehas pa rin na kanya-kanya pa rin 'yan. Ganyan, okay. Ganyan. So ito ang cooperative play naman is meron na silang purpose. Okay, for example, nag-aano sila, nagbubuo sila ng how do you call that? Nagbubuo sila ng gumagana naglalaro sila ng Lego tapos bubuo sila ng bahay, parang gano'n. Okay. 'Yan. So that is part and 6 stages of play. Okay. Okay, number 7. A teacher gives students a complex task and provides guidance only when needed. Over time, the teacher reduces support until students can work independently. This strategy is known as blank A modeling, B scaffolding, C reinforcement, and D direct instruction. Okay. Teacher gives a complex task and provides guidance only when needed. Yan. Okay, ang galing-galing nyo. Yes. Okay, so alam naman natin lahat na yan ay isang scaffolding. Yes, okay. So yan, modeling. Siyempre, yung modeling pinapakita mo. So wala na yan, di ba? We are talking about giving support. Okay, reinforcement. Nagbibigay ka ng ano, ng reward. Yan ang reinforcement. Direct instruction. To yung teacher-led naman. Okay, so tanungin ko, scaffolding kasi lumalabas din to. Sino yung ano, kilala sa ano, sa principle ng scaffolding? At saka ano, okay, isa-isa natin. Sino? Sino yung scaffolding? Kasi gas-gas na to and talaga namang laging lumalabas sa ano sa board exam. Yan. So balik ta rin natin. Sino? O, 'di ba? May nahilo na din ng konti but it's okay. Kaya nga natin tayo ginagawa natin yung ganito para hindi tayo ano. Okay, scaffolding. Okay. Okay. Kaya, okay. Naintindihan ko na. Alright. Yung scaffolding na ito yung meaning niya ha. Okay. Hindi ko tinatanong kung sino yung ano, hindi ko tinatanong kung sino yung first na nag-coin ng word na scaffolding. Okay? Alright, okay. So, yun ang una kong tanong. Pangalawang tanong ko, okay, so syempre kung mali na yung ano, okay, sige. So, naintindihan ko kung bakit si Brunner. Okay, kasi si Brunner, 'di ba, yung ano, yung nag-coin nung scaffolding, 'di ba? And si Brunner. Pero ang tinatanong dito is yung scaffolding na ito yung meaning niya. Okay? And this is under Lev-Vygotsky dun sa ZPD niya, 'di ba? Yung zone of proximal development. Okay? And then wag niyong kalimutan na yung sa kanya is social learning theory. Okay? Kasi yung iba nagkakabaligtaran sa socio-cultural theory. Okay? So, isipin niyo yung social learning theory, learning, okay, by by interaction. Okay? Yun yung social learning theory. Okay? All right. Okay? Okay. Number 8. A school wants to, so tama yung Brunner ha, pero yung siya yung nag-coin ng word, siya yung una nag-coin ng word. Pero yung sa scaffolding na we are talking about how do you call that? Assistance, okay? Is yun si Lev Vygotsky. All right? Okay, to. A school wants to identify learners who may have reading difficulties and require intervention. Okay, which type of assessment should be used? A, diagnostic, B, summative, C, authentic, and D, formative. Okay. Wants to identify, sabi niya. Mhm. Okay. All right. Okay, very, very, very good kayo dyan. Okay, very good. Siyempre, diagnostic na yan. Okay, at least walang nagkamali. 'Di ba? Yan. Ang pagbasa ko dun sa eight apple. Alright, okay. So, yeah. So, mag-identify ka. So, diagnose mo siya. 'Di ba yan? So, summative is ending. I-ano ko naman to, okay? So, let's see. Mamaya, i-discuss ko yung difference niyan. Okay? A apple. Okay? Meron yan. Ginawan ko. Alright, number 9. A student perform well in written exams but struggles during hands-on task. This indicates a mismatch between the student's A, learning style, B, emotional intelligence, C, moral development, and D, social skills. Right. Yon. Number 9 tayon, Apo. Nya ti answer yo. Sabi niya, magaling siya sa written, pero hindi siya masyado sa hands-on. Okay. Magaling siya sa written, pero hindi siya masyado sa hands-on. Okay. Okay, good job. Yes, of course. Of course, yung learning style. Okay, so yan. So a learning style includes the various methods that students use to understand and remember a po. Ayan. Remember information. Yan. So kahit hindi ka sure, alam mo naman na yan na talaga yung natitira, 'di ba? Emotional intelligence, iba naman yan. It's all about regulating your emotion. 'Di ba? Moral development, about your mores. 'Di ba? Between what is right and wrong, social skills, interpersonal 'yan, 'di ba? So ang sinasabi niya is magkaiba lang, magaling lang siya sa written, hindi sa hands-on. So it is focused on your learning style. Kasi 'di ba, iba-iba nga naman yung learning style natin, 'di ba? Yan, yung ako mas gusto kong nagbabasa at nagsusulat. Yung iba gusto nanonood ng video, parang ganon. Papasa na tayo sa November 30. Claim na natin to. Of course! You will. Okay? You will. Okay? I hope balikan nyo ako at sabihan nyo ako na pumasa ako, coach. Okay? I will be happy. Number 10. The first formal use of written civil service examinations to recruit government officials in China began during which dynasty? A. Han Dynasty, B. Tang Dynasty, C. Sui Dynasty, and D. Song Dynasty. Okay. So, ano daw to? Remind to ng isang study buddy ko na lumabas daw. So, hala, totoo ba? Tinatanong niyo din ako? Ang cute-cute niya. A? B? Ganun. C? Hindi ko din alam. Ang cute-cute niyo naman. Diyos ko, Lord. Mga loko-loko kayo ah. Kayo yung tinatanong ko tapos ako yung tatanungin niyo din. ABCD? Sabi, B siguro? Ay, Diyos ko. Okay, biglang B siguro? Ay, nako, ewan ko sa inyo. It is Sui Dynasty. Okay, yun yung pinaka-first formal use. Okay, is Sui Dynasty. Okay, so tingnan natin. Okay, yan. Ibigay ko din yan. Okay, so bigay ko din yan. I-post ko yan. Ha? Yan. So, tingnan nyo. Ayan. So, sabi niya, yan. So, yung kapag ano, kapag kung sino yung first, okay? Sino yung first na nag-recommend, okay? Is Han Dynasty. Kasi yun yung time ni Confucius, okay? So lumalabas din 'yan. All right? So yan yung time ni Confucius. So yung Han Dynasty, pinaano nila yon, parang how do you call that? Pinupush nila yan, ganyan. Because of the ano na meritocracy. Okay, so lumalabas din yan ha. Bakit may CSE? Kasi based on Confucianism. Okay, yung si Confucius, pinupush niya ang meritocracy. Okay, yung meritocracy is parang based on your ability. Okay, not based on power, not based on ano, on class. Okay, yan. Okay. Pero yung first real use of written exam, okay, yung parang ano na siguro to, parang formal na siya is Sui Dynasty. Okay. Ito naman si Song Dynasty. Okay? So, ito naman si Song Dynasty yan. Si Song Dynasty, yun yung naging more structured na siya. Yan. So, merong local, provincial, national. Okay? Structured na siya. So, iba sa local, iba sa provincial, at saka sa national. Yan. Okay. At ilagay ko naman 'yan, okay. Ito naman walang masyado dito sa ano, sa Ming Dynasty. Okay, ito namang sa Qing Dynasty, okay, is ano 'to, bina-block nila, okay? Bina-block daw nila yung scientific and technical progress. Kaya gusto nilang alisin. Okay, pero hindi nila naalis. Okay, 1905, yun na yung naalis yung malay ko sa sabi okay, naalis no yung CSE nila. Okay, so I think the most ano lang dito is yung Han. Okay, dito nag-start. Okay, yung first real use, Sui. Okay, and then sa Song Dynasty, ito na yung naging lumalabas din kasi to eh. Yan, tong Han Sui Song. Okay, so isipin niyo na lang. Tong song, ito na yung naging structured. Okay, yan. Okay, so ipopost ko naman yan. Don't worry. Alright, yan. So, talagang pinakita ko pa talaga. Okay, so next, which can enhance the development of spatial siguro to, intelligence. A, hands-on demonstrations. B, environmental study. C, concept mining. And D, concept mapping. Okay. Yan, number 11. Yan. Yung ibang choices, ay yung isa ibang question nakita ko is concept mining. Okay, but I googled and there is no such thing as concept mining. Okay, so baka ano lang yun. Baka, how do you call that? Typo. So, ang nakita ko lang na merong ano, meaning talaga is concept mining. Okay? At bakit may sumasagot ng ano? Okay. D? D? Tapos may sasagot, A siguro? Okay, alright. So ano ba yung okay, so basahin natin. Okay, so kaya sinulat ko din dyan. Okay, para pag pinanood nyo ulit ito sa YouTube, okay, nababasa nyo yung mga yan. Sabi niya, yung spatial intelligence is the ability to visualize a space, okay, and then yung nai-imagine mo sa different angle kahit wala kang physical na nakikita. Okay, so for example, 'di ba, pag andun ka sa labas, 'di ba? Sabihin mo, "Eh, paano na pala ako pupunta sa school?" 'di ba? So kung magaling ka sa spatial visualization, syempre ito, ay dediretso ako dito, ganyan ganyan, 'yan. So ito mahina talaga ako dito pag umikot na ako, wala na, hindi ko na nai-imagine. Okay, so meron talagang magaling sa spatial intelligence. All right. So, yes, yes, same same Sir Hennessy. Ganyan talaga ako. Once na pumasok na ako sa isang mall, ganyan tas umikot na akong ganyan, hindi ko na alam yung babalikan ko. 'di ba? Yan, so ganyan talaga yan. Okay, so yung hands-on demonstration, hands-on. Pag pag gamit mo ay katawan mo, bodily kinesthetic na siya, 'di ba? O, 'di ba? Zero ka sir ano, high-low, zero ka sa spatial intelligence, okay? Pila-pila, pila-pila yung mga ano, mga hindi magagaling sa spatial ano, intelligence, okay? Yan, kasama ako diyan. Alright, okay. Environmental study, na letter B, naturalism siya. Okay? C, concept mining. Okay, so ito yung nakita ko. Concept mining is ano? Ito yung parang, ah, alam niyo naman yung mining, 'di ba? Nagmimina ka, okay, pinipili mo, ganyan. So, pag concept mining ka, may binabasa ka or may tinitignan ka, tapos kinukuha mo lang kung ano yung importante or kung ano yung gusto mong kunin. Okay, and that is concept mining, alright. Yan yung concept mapping. Sagot nito ay concept mapping. Yan, oh, 'di ba? So, kailangan talaga magaling ka sa spatial intelligence kasi nai-imagine mo siya, 'di ba? At naisusulat mo siya kahit hindi mo naman nakikita. Okay? No physical stimulus. Okay? Ayan. Okay, very good. Number 12. Which of this is not an indicator of a supportive learning environment? Yan. So, very easy to, pero linagay ko kasi pag sa actual, pwede kayo mahilo-hilo. Parang yung totoo talaga, parang hindi niyo nababasa kasi kahit kami nag-uusap kami sabi, "Eh, may nakita akong ganitong word doon, eh." Ako naman wala akong nakita. So ano ba talaga, okay? So A, high dropout rates, B, warm and friendly atmosphere, C, students take personal responsibility for their learning and behavior, and D, increase in students bonding activities in school. Okay. Yan, kaya sa Prof Ed mahaba-haba po. Mahaba-haba yung ano, yung time. Okay? So wag kayong magmadali. Sa Gen Ed kayo dapat magmadali. Okay, don. Pero sa Prof Ed at saka Major, ang haba-haba ng time. Kaya wag kayong magmadali. Okay? Wala naman kayong padededehin sa bahay. Alright, so very good. Of course, high dropout rates. Kasi sabi niya, not an indicator. Okay, yes, sure na po yarn. Okay, yes, it is not an indicator. Yan. So, letter A, warm and friendly, supportive. C, students take personal responsibility for their learning and behavior. O pag nangyayari yan, ibig sabihin, they get the proper support. Increase in student bonding activities in school. O, supportive yun yan. Ayan. Okay. So, not. Oh. Pero pag ang daming nagdra-drop out, ay hindi supportive ang learning environment. Alright. Number 13. 150. 150 po. 150 siya. Pero sa Gen Ed, mabilis kasi yung oras at saka yun yung first na ite-take nyo. So, parang hindi pa kayo sanay, di ba? So, ang gagawin nyo, sagutin nyo, ang ginawa ko dati is 20. Tapos, sagutin ko yung 20, sinusulat ko yung sagot ko dun sa paper. Pwede nyo namang abubuyin yun eh. Babuyin yun. So, sulatan nyo doon and then i-shade nyo na. Okay? Huwag yung sagutin nyo lahat hanggang 150, tapos tsaka yung mag-shade. Ay nako, iiyak kayo nun. Yung friend ko umiyak siya kasi ganun yung ginawa niya. Yun, tas may iba hindi na sila natapos mag-shade, okay? Alright, number 13. As a teacher, you are a skepticism or you are a skeptic siguro dapat yon. Okay? Which among these will be your guiding principle? A, I must teach the child every knowledge, skill, and value that he needs for a better future. B, I must teach the child to develop his mental powers to the full. C, I must teach the child so he's assured of heaven. And D, I must teach the child that we can never have real knowledge of anything. Yan. Yan. So, madali po to, okay? Pero linagay ko lang kasi meron akong gustong i-point out. Mhm. Okay. Ongke. Alright. Oo. May naano pa tayo. Pero alam ko kung bakit kayo naguluhan dyan, na confused. Alright? Okay. Kasi, alright. So, let's reveal. Sabi niya, if you are a skeptic. Okay, ano ba ang skeptic? Okay, yan. Ay naku, I'm very skeptic, gano'n, char, char. Okay, so ang meaning ang sagot niya na, "I must teach the child that we can never have real knowledge of anything." Kasi nga skeptic ka, 'di ba? Yes, you're always doubting. Yes, 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 exactly. Yes, so sabi niya, "Ay naku, wala talaga 'yan, wala 'yan." 'Di ba, ganyan. Pero alam ko kung bakit may sumagot sa A, kasi maraming version 'to, okay? Meron yung as a teacher, you are a constructivist. As a teacher, you are reconstructivist. Napapalitan 'to, ha. 'Yan. So, 'pag lumabas 'to, make sure na basahin niyo kung ano yung andito. Kasi kung ano yung alam ko kung bakit ano, kasi eto mismo yung nakalagay dun sa option. 'Yan. So, kung nagmamadali kayo at hindi niyo naman binasa ito, kung ano talaga yung ina-ask, okay, then talagang magkakamali kayo. Yes, usually ito, yung sumagot dito sa I must teach a child every knowledge, skill, and value that he needs for a better future. Kasi ito yung pinalabas ko last time, 'di ba? Tapos ang sagot niyan ay ang nakalagay dito is reconstructionist, 'di ba? So please read the question, okay? Ito naman, I must teach the child to develop his mental powers to the full empiricist. Okay, pag empiricist yung nakalagay dito. I must teach the child so he's assured of heaven, idealist yung nakalagay dito, okay? So, please read the question, okay? Yung isa-isahin niyo yung question. Mahaba pa naman yung Prof. Ed. Yan. Ah, parang 3.5 hour ata yung Prof. Ed. Yan. Okay. Ay, bakit? Ay, nako. Okay. So, ito, na-excite ako. But, i-ano natin to kasi laging lumalabas din to. And nagkakagulo sa between C and D, okay? So, in a treatment of alcoholism, Ramil was made to drink an alcoholic beverage and then made to ingest a drug that produces nausea. Eventually, he was nauseated at the sight and smell of alcohol and stopped drinking alcohol. Which theory explains this? A. Operant conditioning. B. Social learning theory. C. Associative learning. And D. Attribution theory. Okay, and since na-reveal ko na yung sagot, okay, ang sagot niyan ay associative learning. Okay? Kasi ina-associate mo yung isang bagay. Okay? Yan, ina-associate mo yung isang bagay sa isang event or the other way. Okay? You just associate. Okay? Pero nagkakagulo kasi dun sa attribute kasi yung word din na attribute is very uh, near doon sa associate. Okay? Yes. But ang sagot nito ay associative learning. Okay? Yan. But let's see. Yan. So, associative learning includes several types of learning process. Which of the following is not covered under associative learning? A. Classical conditioning. B. Operant conditioning. C. Computational models. And D. Information processing. Okay. So, yung associative learning theory is, hindi lang pala yan iisa. Okay. So, it is an umbrella. Okay. It's an umbrella theory. Okay, so ano diyan ang hindi kasama sa associative learning theory? Alalahanin yung associative, 'di ba? Yung sinasabi niya na parang may stimulus tapos merong response, 'di ba? Yung kanina na pinakita natin na pag nakikita niya yung ano hindi ayaw na niya, parang gano'n. Mhm. Okay, so maraming nag-C, okay? So naintindihan ko naman 'yan. Pero ano yung information processing? Yung information processing meron bang stimulus doon? Meron bang ano, response? 'Yan, ganyan sa information processing. Meron ba? Okay, pero naintindihan ko din yung sa ano, kasi bago din sa akin 'to, okay? So ang sagot po niyan ay information processing, okay? So as I have said, yung associative learning is saklaw niya pala lahat 'to, classical, operant, at saka computational models. Okay, ito yung gumagamit ka ng computer. 'Di ba yung ano, yung kay ayun, so kung 5 minutes na lang daw ang natira, kapag naubos i-relive ko na lang siya, ha. Yan. Yes, very good. Yes, 'di ba? So kung kahit hindi niyo alam yung sagot, puwede niyo namang ano, puwede niyo namang tingnan ano ba meaning nito, information processing. 'di ba? So maka-cancel mo pa rin siya. Kasi yung information processing, yan yung ano, yung paano mo inaano, 'di ba, yung assimilation, 'di ba, yung kay Piaget. Yes. At saka yun, 'di ba, yung computational ano, models, 'di ba yun yung ano, yung related kay ano, kay Skinner? 'Di ba nabanggit ko din 'yan dun sa operant conditioning niya? 'Yan, okay. So kaya nga sabi ko mapagtatagpi-tagpi niyo pa rin, wag kayong kabahan, okey? Mapapagtagpi-tagpi niyo pa rin yung naaral niyo dun, okay? So what you do is ano, 'pag hindi kayo 'pag may dalawa kayong kasi automatic dalawa na lang pagpipilian niyo dito, computational tsaka information processing, 'di ba? O i-define niyo, ano ba 'tong information processing, parang gano'n. Parang gano'n, parang meron akong sinagot dati na ano ba yung sinagot ko dun? Ano ba yung klaseng research? And then tumama ako dun. Kasi alam ko yung meaning ng tatlong ano, yung tatlong ay ano yung definition ng tatlong how do you call that? Yung tatlo doon na options. Alam ko and hindi yun. So pinili ko yung hindi ko alam. Okay? Ay, ito kasi yung mga bonus question kasi usually is kung halimbawa ito, ano ito yung common 'di ba na lumalabas. So 'pag nag-aano kasi ako, 'pag nagre-research ako, sinasama ko na yung puwedeng lumabas na ganyan. Para maintindihan din natin yung kwento. Kasi 'pag pinagtagpi-tagpi niyo na yung mga learnings niyo, then makakatulong yung mga 'to, 'yan. Salamat, salamat, Sir J. Alright, number 15. In a multiple choice test item with four options and out of 50 examinees, which was the most effective distractor? Okay. A, the correct answer that was chosen by 12 examinees. B, the option that was chosen by 8 examinees. C, the option that was chosen by 10 examinees. And D, the option that was chosen by 12 examinees. Okay. So, ano yung sagot nyo dyan? Hmm. Yan, ang galing, Okay. 'Pag nawala tayo, 'pag hindi natin natapos kasi number 15 pa rin tayo, marami pa akong bonus question. Re-relive ko, ha. Ulitin natin yung relive kasi hanggang 1 hour lang kasi tayo. Ewan ko kung bakit naka-cut 'to. Alright, okay, very good. The option that was chosen by 12 examinees. Okay, buti walang nabudol dun sa ano 'no, the correct answer that was chosen by 12 examinees. Ano, 'di ba kasi alam naman natin yung effective distractor, yun yung maling sagot, kaya nga siya distractor, okay? Although may nabasa ako, okay, pero nung nag-research pa ako is ano, wala na akong masyadong nakita so hindi ko na sinama, okay. So, may nabasa ako na yung effective distractor should be at least 5% and above, 5 to 30% at least. Okay? So for example, yung the option that was chosen by 40 examinees, okay, hindi na daw siya effective na distractor. Ibig sabihin, ano na malapit na siya sa 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 sagot, okay? Na hindi na siya effective, okay? Yan. So, the most effective daw is 5 to 30%. Pag mababa daw sa 5%, it is a non-functioning distractor ang tawag doon. Ibig sabihin, ah, walang pipili doon. Okay? So, it's still an effective distractor, but it's it's still a distractor, but it's a non-functioning distractor. And then pag 5 to 30% ng item, okay, ng item, like for example 50%, yung 5 to 30 50 questions, pag 50 examinees, pag 5 to 30% ang pumili nun, okay, that is the best, okay, that is the most effective distractor. All right. Number 16. After scoring, teacher G got the difference of the highest and lowest scores in each class. What did she compute? A, standard deviation. B, mean. C, range. D, median. Okay. So, napaka-importante to kasi meron pang ano meron pang, sa amin noon may ano, may dalawang computation. Pina-compute nila sa amin. So, kailangan niyo talagang although yung sa standard deviation wala naman, hindi naman siguro nila ipapa-compute yan ano. Good luck naman sa atin. Alright, okay, very good. Siyempre, range. Okay, yes. Okay. So, range, yes. So, alam naman natin yung standard deviation. Ano yung word doon sa standard deviation? Blank of scores. Ano yon? S of scores. Ano yon? Lagi ding lumalabas yon. What do you wanna see sa standard deviation? S of scores. Ano yon? Ano yung S? Ano yung S? Okay, very good. Yes. So may sumagot na. Yes, it's the spread of scores. Okay, so nung SPLE namin, may dalawang computation, okay? Ang pina-compute dun is yung mean, of course, as usual. So alam natin yung mean is, 'di ba? Kukunin mo yung lahat ng yung add mo lahat yung amount, 'di ba? And then i-divide mo kung ilan sila, 'di ba? Pero pakabasahin niyo masyado yung tanong kasi very ano din 'yon, hindi ganoon kadali. Okay, you also have to analyze, okay? Yes, the average, okay? So, you have to analyze. Meron kasi yung iba na kinukuha lang yung nakalagay doon na 83 tapos ganun lang, okay? Tingnan nyo kasi baka may nakalagay doon na three of them got blah 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 and five of them got blah blah blah. So, you have to multiply those. Okay, yan. Yung isa namang question is mean din ata yung tinatanong niya, pero wala namang binigay na amount. Yan. So, ewan ko, nanghula na lang ako doon. Alright. Number 17, which of the following is not an example of a teacher's non-verbal communication? Okay, A, eye contact, B, gesture, C, pauses, and D, voice. Yan. So, madali na lang to. Yan, di ba? So, marami namang madali dyan. Okay. Okay, good job. Yes, of course. Ang sagot niyan ay, yes, of course, voice. Kasi 'di ba, pag verbal is yes, kasi ang hinahanap na natin diyan is verbal kasi sabi niya not non-verbal, okay? So pag verbal is yung gumagamit ka ng words and voice. Yan. So pag eye contact, tingin ka lang, makuha ka sa tingin, pa-gesture, pa-pause ka, 'di ba? Pag nag-pause ka, parang ibig sabihin, ay, ang ingay niyo, parang ganun. All right. Number 18. A teacher wants to reduce cognitive overload during a lecture. Okay, which strategy is most consistent with cognitive load theory? Okay, cognitive load, overload. A, providing more complex tasks to challenge student. B, removing extraneous information and chunking key ideas. C, allowing students to multitask to maintain attention. And D, increasing the pace to maintain flow. Okay? Sabi, ano daw yung pinaka maganda, okay? Paano yung pinakamaganda para ma-reduce naman yung cognitive overload niya? Ano ang gagawin? Oh, okay. Alright. Sige. Okay, so ano nga ba yung pag sinabi mong cognitive overload, di ba? Ibig sabihin too much information kaya hindi mo na naiintindihan. Okay, yan. So, ang gusto ni teacher is para maalis yung cognitive overload. So, of course, ito yung pinakaano niya is chunking. Laging lumalabas to. Okay? So, you have to remove extraneous information. So, wag mong sobrahan yung information niya, which is minsan ginagawa ko. And chunking key ideas. Ito yung chunking key ideas. Ito yung laging lumalabas. Yung hinahati-hati mo. Okay? For example, complex yung information na yun. So, ginagawa mo, china-chunk mo siya. Okay? Ganyan. Yan. So, alalahanin nyo, John Schweller. Kasi yung ano ng cognitive load theory is John Schweller. Parang ito lang ata yung matandaan ko na naaral ko nung nag-take ako ng units. Wala na. Okay? Yan. So, bakit hindi letter D, increasing the pace to maintain flow? O, edi kung halimbawa kung yung pace mo mabilis, 'di ba? Tapos hindi na nga nila naiintindihan, o di wala na, lalong hindi nila naiintindihan. 'di ba? Yan. Number 19, which, oh, lumabas to, pero hindi ko lang maalala kung ano yung exact na question. Okay? So, which of the following is not an intellectual property? A, a poem written by student. B, a teacher's lesson plan. C, a song created by a student group. And D, the school building. Dito sa ano, halata mo yung tanong ay yung sagot dito. Pero doon sa lumabas ng SPLE namin, mahirap yung mga choices na linagay. Okay, so linagay ko na lang 'to para magkaroon kayo ng idea. Okay? Number 19. Mhm. Okay. Yes, of course, because, 'di ba? This one, as I have said, all right. So ang sagot niyan ay the school building. Okay? Kasi alam naman natin yung intellectual properties kung ano yung work of the mind, 'di ba? So of course, obvious naman yung the school building. Okay, pero yung maalala ko na isa sa option doon is yung lesson plan tapos yung isa is yung kanta na ginawa ng teacher, parang ganon. So mahirap yung apat na options doon. Nakakalito. Okay? So basta alalahanin niyo na lang intellectual property is work of the mind. Okay? And then, if lumabas yun, uh, makaintindihin nyo na. Nakalimutan ko kasi yung ibang yung mga options doon. Alright, number 20. A research study requires several observers to rate students' classroom behavior. The researcher wants to ensure that all observers give consistent scores even though they are different people. Which type of reliability should be checked? A, test retest reliability. B, parallel forms reliability. C, internal consistency. And D, inter-rater reliability. Mm. Okay, number 20. Number 20. Lagay niyo yung number, please. Number 20. Ilagay niyo yung number, ha? Para ano, kasi ma-RR na naman tayo pag walang number. Para makikita na naman ni TikTok na isipin niya na ano tayo dito. Bot tayo. Okay. Okay. Biglang konti na naman ang sumasagot. Ayaw na namang magkamali. Pag si Sir Hennessy na yan, sasabihin niya, nagkamali ka nga sa ex mo eh. Dito, ayaw mo magkamali. Si Sir Hennessy, ano yan eh. Palahugot eh. Alright. Okay, may clue naman kayo dito. May clue kayo dito, guys. Sabi niya, the researcher wants to ensure that all observers give consistent scores even though they are different people. People, mga tao. Sino ba yung may tao diyan? 'Di ba? Ano ba yung tawag mo sa mga taong nagre-rate? 'Di ba? Alright. So, ang sagot niya na inter-rater reliability. 'Di ba? Tao. Ito yung mga rater. Okay? Ito yung inter, meaning together. Okay? Yan. Yan. Rater, tao. Yan. So, inter-rater reliability. Ano ba meaning SPLE? SPLE is special professional. Hala, nakalimutan ko na yung exam, parang ganon. So, marami yan. Kinukuha namin yan sa abroad. So, madami kami yan. Hindi lang sa 4 teachers yan. Para architect, nurses, ganon. So, kami SPL let. Okay? Yan. Okay, so tingnan natin kung ano yung meaning yan. Okay. So, yung test retest reliability, yung sumagot dito, okay, is yung nagbibigay ka ng the same, 'di ba? The same na exam sa the same na student pero different time. Okay? So same exam, same student pero different time. Okay, yan. Yung inter-rater reliability naman is yung mga raters na to, 1, 2 or 3 kung ilan man sila, 'di ba? Pare-parehas yung nag-rate nila. Okay, yan. So sabi niya, two teachers grade the same speech. Okay, if their scores match, then mataas yung reliability nila, 'di ba? So tama nga naman, parang kung isa ay nagandahan tapos yung isa napangitan, parang ha, anong nangyari? 'Di ba? Ganyan. Ito namang parallel form reliability, okay? So, ang sinasabi niya is, kung yung dalawang version naman ng the same test, okay? So, isipin niyo yung ano, test at saka test retest reliability tsaka parallel form. Okay? So, yung parallel form is, yung two version ng the same test will give the same result. Okay, so as nakalagay nga dito, sabi niya, yung si teacher daw nagbigay daw ng math test A tapos math test B. Okay. So pag nakakuha naman yung mga ng halimbawa kung sino yung highest doon ay highest pa din sa test B, okay, kung sino yung lowest sa test A, yun pa rin ang lowest sa test B, parallel form sila. All right? And of course ano ta? Internal consistency. Okay, so dapat consistent siya. So for example, yung test mo is about reading comprehension. Okay? So, lahat dapat ng questions mo doon is about reading comprehension. Okay? Hindi yung naglalagay ka ng grammar, yung mga ganon. Okay? So, that is the internal consistency. Okay? So, ipopost ko naman to ulit. Alright? Okay. Oh, bonus question para maano talaga natin. Ito na pala yung last, guys. A teacher created a 30-item test to measure students' understanding of one specific skill. Okay, identifying the main idea in a paragraph. After checking the test, she wants to ensure that all items truly measure the same skill and not vocabulary, not grammar, or unrelated reading skill. Okay, what type of reliability should she examine? A. Test retest reliability. B. Parallel forms reliability. C. Internal consistency. And D. Iterator reliability. Okay, 20 points pala ako, nakalimutan ko. 30 points lang pala kasama ang kasama ang mga bonus-bonus. Yan. Yan. Ano yung sagot niyan? Yung sabi niya, kung ito lang yung gusto mo, na-explain ko pa nga pala kanina. Okay, kung halimbawa, sabi niya, pag reading comprehension lang, dapat yung question mo, puro reading comprehension. Wag kang magsama ng ng kung ano-ano doon. Wag kang magsama ng grammar, ganun, no? Anong sagot niyo dito? Anong sagot niyo dito? Bonus question. Ba, ayaw niyo nang sumagot, ganun. Okay, may sumagot ng C, may sumagot ng D. Okay, may sumagot ng C. Okay. Very good. Okay. Ayan. So, mas marami pa rin yung sumagot ng C. Very good. Kasi sabi niya, di ba? Sabi niya, after checking the test, she wants to ensure that all items measure the same skill. Hindi na kailangan yung vocabulary, grammar, unrelated. Okay? So, mahihilo lang sila. Yes, dapat ko, yeah, oh, di ba? Sabi ko sa inyo, hihihugot na naman eh. Patapos na tayo, Sir Hennessy eh. Yan, dapat consistent. Yan. Hindi kagaya ng jowa mo. Dapat ganon. Okay. Alright, Onke? Okay, very good. Alright, so we are done with this. Yung sumagot ng iterator reliability, di ba yung tao, kung ano yung renate nung isa, ay parehas dapat nung renate nung pangalawa, pangatlo, pang-apat, ganon. Okay, kung may bebe 1, bebe 2, bebe 3, bebe 4, bebe 5, parehas yung pag-rate nila sa'yo. Ganon. Okay. All right, very good. Okay, so I'm also jittery and excited sa mga November takers. Okay, yan. Pero magpapaano pa rin ako, sa Saturday, um, yung gusto pa rin mag-review sa social science, okay, dito sa Saturday. Sige, I will think about it. Baka ilibre ko yung 50 points. Okay? Kung gusto niyo pang mag-review, okay, ilibre ko yung 50 points para sa mag-exam, mga social science major, social science. Alright, ililibre natin para may maraming baon yung iba. Okay, so thank you so much. Thank you, and I'll see you Saturday, and then Wednesday is Gen Ed tayo. Okay? Alright. Bye-bye. Oy, Ma'am Dayani, ano ka ba? Social science ka? Ma'am Dayani? Social science ka? Hindi naman siguro magrereklamo yung mga yung mga enrollees ko. Yan. Okay. Sige, sige, sige. So, ililibre ko yung 50 points. Okay? Para may baon kayo. Alright? Okay, alright. Okay. Saturday, 10 p.m. tayo. Okay? Kapag ano, kapag kapag tingnan natin, okay? So I will tell you kung kaya ko pang gumawa. Nagkakasakit na kasi ako sa kapupuyat eh. Pero I will assure you the 50 points. All right? Okay? All right, maraming salamat. Panoorin niyo po. Guys, Ma'am Dayani, Ma'am may mga social science major na lumabas. Okay? Tignan niyo yung pinost ko sa YouTube. Diagnostic 1 to 3 yon is mga lumabas yon. Okay? Although 10 points lang yung pinakita ko, pero lumabas yun nung September 2025. At saka yung first 4 videos ko, lumabas yun sa SPLE. Eh yung sa SPLE, halos copycat niya kung ano yung lumabas doon nung September 2025. Okay? So panoorin niyo yung mga videos na yon. And then sa Prophet and Gen Ed, yung pinost ko doon na full video ng recurring items, lumabas po yun. Okay, lahat po yun. Lumabas na ngayong September 2025. 5 video yon. Okay, so ulitin ko. Yung 4 videos na first 4 videos ko, lumabas ng SPLE. Okay, mix po yon. Yung may tatlo ako na Gen Ed, yung recurring Gen Ed. Sabi niya lumabas nung September 2025 yon. Sure na lumabas yung mga yon. And then dalawa na recurring items yung yung nakalagay Prof Ed, okay? Lumabas din po yon, sure po yon. Alright. And then yung diagnostic test 1, 2, 3 lumabas din po sa social science major yon. Okay? So panoorin niyo po lahat yon. Okay? Alright. Okay, so maraming maraming salamat and see you on Saturday. Alright? Bye-bye!